excited about it.
How much balance is there between still trying to stretch guys out, but also it only being a week away, so wanting to make sure everyone's healthy?
That's a good question. We have our guys are going 4 innings, but they're going 4 basic 15 pitch innings. So if it ever gets above that 15 pitches, I'll let them finish that inning, but we'll kind of monitor it towards the end of their start. So in the 3rd and the 4th inning of that start, we'll kind of start trickling down. Hey, if they're kind of going over, we're going to keep this inning shorter. If they need to get to a certain amount, they'll get to a certain amount. So we still control it, obviously.
What do you expect the ceiling to be on innings or pitch count next weekend?
5 innings, about 60 pitches at most, 55, 60 pitches. So I'll let the guy finish the batter if he gets to 55, but we're going to try to keep it right around there, especially with our Friday and Saturday nights guy. You know, they're coming back from some minor things for done, and obviously Curtis coming back from the injured year. We're going to try to keep it as close to that as possible.
Has the rotation been set in stone for next weekend?
For next weekend, yeah. Probably for the first couple weekends. We're going to go with Dunn to start. Curtis will go on Saturday, and Timmy Manning will go on Sunday.
And in the bullpen as well, closer and setup roles solidified?
There's a couple roles I think that this weekend it'll get solidified. You know, one role is Owen Stevenson's. He's honestly been probably our best guy in the fall, so we're going to have him piggyback Dunn, like I mentioned before. You know, Dunn, he's going to be at 3 innings only. Ross Dunn is. He's throwing his first 2 innings out here today a live scrimmage situation. So we're going to go right to Owen right away. As soon as for the first couple weeks, he's going to kind of stretch his innings out following Dunn, and then we'll figure out. I think once we get back to Mississippi State, we'll kind of start figuring out what the rotation will look like after that.
How do you think having your guys facing those kind of hitters at Mississippi State and Oklahoma State eventually, like the top tier of college baseball, how do you think that's going to help them?
Oh, it's going to help our guys out for sure. I mean, that's what we're going to face with the top tier programs in the Pac-12. You know, Stanford's been to the World Series back-to-back years. They're loaded. You know, the school down south has some good hitters still that are coming back. So we're going to have to face that type of competition. So it's good for us to prep. And I think better, not just facing those hitters, it's good for us to prep being there on the road. Kind of see those tough environments.
Christian was talking about how with depth comes competition, and he says that it seems a lot sharper out there this year. Guys are really aware of the fact they're going to have to compete for innings. So do you see that kind of a heightened intensity?
Yeah, and I see that with some of the guys that are still fighting for roles, and honestly, some of the guys that are still fighting for a spot on the team. So there's a couple guys that are you know, we got to get down to our number, and some of those guys, they know where they're at, and you start seeing them step up a little bit, and it pushes everyone a little bit more. So competition definitely has been a plus for us this fall.
You told us a few weeks ago that the closer job is still up for grabs. I know Peary's kind of the incumbent there, but has there been any progress in identifying who's going to be your 9th inning guy?
You know, Peary will get his opportunities. Lebimoff had a good, Nolan had a good fall for us this past fall, and you know, we know that he's capable of closing games. And then I know that you guys kind of are aware we got a guy at the break, Jesse Wainscott. He's been 94 to 96, and he seems to be another candidate and kind of pushing to be the lead guy a little bit. But we'll see what happens this weekend.
You expecting a hard decision?
I hope so. Hard decisions make us feel better about our club. So, like I said, Jesse coming in at the break, it just kind of screams closer. He's a really good 2-pitch mix guy. I could throw in a 3rd pitch there, but a heavy fastball. So, you know, and Perry did a great job for us last year. So it's going to be a tough decision, but I hope to be sitting up there with Coach Blomquist and really make it even tougher for us at the end of the weekend.
You had tossed around Owen also going to the back end, but now that you're stretching him out, is that still on the table after the Mississippi State series, or do you think he's just a bulk?
If I had to guess, I think he's going to end up being in the rotation. He's been that good, which is going to allow us to move one of those 3 hopefully into the midweek, which will make us a way better team. But you know, we'll see what happens after the first 3 weeks. I know that Owen's capable of doing it, but if I had to make a decision today, it's tough to keep Owen away from one of those top 3 starting spots. I mean, he's been really good for us, and he's maintained his stuff. Like, it's not like he comes out for an inning where last year he came out and flashed a certain number for an inning and he wasn't able to maintain it. This year he's pretty well conditioned where he can maintain it for a couple of innings.
It's always tough with freshmen, the increased workload innings-wise. You said Hanks and Humphreys have been good. everyone's staying healthy and kind of adjusting to the new load of throwing?
Yeah, they are, and I think it's good for them to have a lot of experience in front of them. I think it's going to give us a chance to kind of bring them along slower than we need to. You know, I think we're sitting here this time last year, I think we would be throwing them right into the fire, but I think it gives us a chance for them to sit and see what it looks like, see what the competition looks like, and let's bring them and hopefully get them out of places with success. You know, we don't want to leave them out there and try to get an extra inning because we don't have the depth. You know, we do have it this year. So we want to make sure we get them out with some success. So you might be seeing some guys come out earlier than expected. So hopefully you guys are questioning why I pull them out early as opposed to why we left them too late.
Having freshman pitchers on the roster must be just nice.
No kidding. We had 0 freshman pitchers on the roster last year. So just that alone is exciting.
Good. Thanks, Sam.
All right, guys. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.